Trump dummy, Trump dummy, Trump dummy.
We live. Greetings, gentle ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Master Jamil with the AI Global Legends, and I hope you guys are having a great day because we are having a great day. Everybody is blessed for showing up here. I see Michael Diamond. What's going on? Big Diamond is in the building, looking sharper than a Gillette razor blade. I tell you, if I was over there right now, I might get cut. But I hope you guys enjoying yourself and you guys are ready. This is Mindset on steroids. I know Diamond has a title for this one today, guys. But first, let's welcome everyone who's taking time out of their day and congratulate you guys for taking time out of your day to help, feed your soul with some of this great information, just great motivation, inspiration. So let's give some shouts out to all the ones that's showing up. I know we got people from all over the world showing up. So how about you guys put in the chat what part of the world you guys are from so we can give you guys some shots out. And don't be shy. My name's Mansa Jamil from the Silicon Valley, California. So we know we got that in the house. Who else we got in the house? Kasha from the 0 Point Salah. Is it Salah or Saleh? Which one you want me to say? Sila. Sila. Who else we got in here? We got Arizona, Karen from Arizona. Welcome, Karen.
Emilio.
Who else we have? Jay from
Emilio.
Houston, Texas. Emilio?
From Hayward.
Hello, sir. Thanks for joining us. We got Joseph from California Bay Area. Who else we got in here?
Cerise from Pennsylvania.
Cerise from Pennsylvania. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Who else we have here? Don't be shy.
Desiree from Kentucky.
Desiree from Kentucky. Welcome, Desiree. And I appreciate all of you guys joining us today again. You're showing up to grow up. And that's what it's all about. Once a week, what we do is we have this Motivational Thursday, and we bring in special guests. And so, today, we have our special guest. His name is Mr. Michael Diamond, and he's joining us from California, Sacramento, California. Hello, Lolita from Calgary, Canada. Canada is in the house. Welcome. Who else we see here? I see Malik Amir. Malik, you being quiet today. Where you at, man? Where you at? Who else we have here? Let's see. San Diego, California, John M.B. Welcome. Peace and blessings, my brother.
Peace and blessings. Blessed love to everyone. What's up? San Diego checking in. We in the house today about to prepare some good fixings, alkaline style, Just got back from the store.
I see all the fruits and veggies back there ready to put together, huh?
That's all we need.
That's right.
Michael Diamond, respect, blessed be.
What's happening?
Kasha.
John, what's happening?
Hey, man, just vibing every time, flowing all day, man, everywhere I go, even standing in line, man. We got to let the people know. Get your breath up, Get your free air, man.
That's right.
Okay, guys, without any further ado, won't you guys go ahead and mute your lines? We're going to begin this show. We're going to bring in my good brother, Mr. Michael Diamond, expert in sales training. Okay, this guy's motivational speaker. He's traveled all around the world, motivating salesmen all over the world. He's actually even taught one of the key speakers from Solar City. He actually worked with these guys at Solar City. If you guys ever heard of Solar City, these guys are a billion-dollar company. He actually was one of the sales trainers there. I witnessed it myself. And this guy is phenomenal. He was mentored by Les Brown. If you guys ever heard of Les Brown, he's a motivational speaker as well. So I'm glad to have this guy as my friend. This guy's a natural at what he does. He has a passion for what he does. And without any further ado, Mr. Michael Diamond, come to the stage, my brother.
Wow. Thank you, RJ. Thank you, man. Jamil, I'm really grateful and appreciative. Every time you introduce me, I feel like, I just got to be careful when I try to walk out of a door because my head, you know what I mean? I already got a big head. I got to turn sideways so my head, can get out the door. But I'm so excited for you guys today. I'm so excited, and I'm so excited. My excited is excited. I mean, in fact, I'm so excited. Normally my left shoe don't fit, but I'm so excited. My right shoe kept falling off. My right shoe, I would get up, my right shoe would fall off. I'm like, you know what? Man, did they sell me a bum pair of shoes? But I'm telling you, I'm excited. Before I get started, I just want to tell you how proud I am of all of you. As I look into your glorious faces, I see success. I want you to know that you are symbols of the blessing. You are representatives of the universe, and I just expect you to shine. I know that we all put our mask on and we got to kind of deal with all of our adversities and our challenges every day, but I want you to know that you are winners. Behind me, we got the champagne ready, the towels are ready. I'm telling you, the locker room is fired up because you're champions. We're going to win this big game. We're going to go in and shake the champagne up, and it's going to explode over everybody. And I just want you to know I'm excited. So I will see you in the winner's circle because I have decreed and declared over my life, I am a consummate winner, and I want you to do the same. As an international motivational speaker, master sales trainer, and expert in personal development, today I just want to reach inside of your spirit and massage it. I want you to discover a larger version of yourself. And Jay, before I get started, I want to give you the title. The title is Up, Up, and Away, baby. It's time to take flight. Up, up, and away. It's time to take flight. I want you to see yourself at the airport and you have all those butterflies about you're about to get on your flight, you're about to go to Europe, you're about to go to Asia, you're about to go to Singapore, you're about to go to Hong Kong, you're about to go to China. Shout out to the Philippines, shout out to Compton, shout out to Frisco. But I just want you to know today it's time for you to up, up, and away, baby. It's time to take flight. It's time for you. You know, when you take flight, there's some preparatory things that you have to do. You have to make sure you fasten your seatbelt. You have to realize and distinguish where you're going. A lot of us are on airplanes. We don't know where we're going. We're on the airplane. We got on the airplane. Somebody said, you know, flight number 87, 89 is boarding. You just jumped on the flight. You're on your way. Don't know where you're at. Show up in Kentucky. You're like, wait a minute. I didn't want to go to Kentucky. You've got to navigate your flight. But Jay, I just wanted to throw that out there that today's title is Up, Up, and Away. It's time to take flight. And I'm decreeing and declaring that all of you are in the chute, you are on the runway, and it is time to take flight. But I want to, all of this, it makes me think of a story of the Wright brothers. Now, the Wright brothers are considered the grandfathers of flight. And they failed 1,000 times. They were in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, and after 1,000 tries, they finally took flight. But I want to break this down a little bit because they started in the bicycle industry. They had several inventions, but they had a burning desire to fly. Like you, it is ingrained in all of our spirits to fly. It is ingrained in our spirit. That's why when you're a little kid, they always ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to do when you grow up? Because it's in our spirit to fly. So the Wright brothers, it took them 1,000 tries. Now I got to break that down for a bit because it was a very similar number for Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders, when he decided to fly, Colonel Sanders was 65 years old and broke, like a lot of us have been. Like you might be challenged financially. He was 65 years old and broke, and he was suicidal. He was depressed. He was dealing with anxiety and depression like a lot of us. And he was sitting under a tree and he was deciding to take his life. He is committed to commit suicide. And then he said, I'm going to give it one more try. And today I'm encouraging you. I'm encouraging you to look down in your spirit and say, I'm going to give it one more try. And I want you to get that in your spirit that it's time to take flight. Up, up, and away, baby. It's time to take flight. Now, I want you all to say it. Now, I'm breaking the rules right quick, Jay. So everybody unmute for a second. Everybody unmute. Unmute for 1 second. I'm breaking the rules. Unmute, unmute, unmute. You gotta say it. Now you gonna say it with me.
Yes.
Up, up and away, baby. It's time to take flight.
Up and away, baby.
Baby, time to take flight.
That was weak. That was weak. Up and away, baby. It's time to take
Up and away. It's time to take
Up and away, baby. Time to take flight.
That's it. I love it. I love it. I love it. See, I want you to understand the fundamental principle about success.
Glory to the Most.
I want you to understand the fundamental principle about success, and it happened with Elon Musk. I worked with Elon Musk with his sister company. I was a corporate developer and trainer out there with Solar City. Mansur Jamil was so great to mention that. But one of the things about Michael Dell, who launched Dell Corporation, he had a vision like you. He had a vision that one day he'd be financially independent and he would change the structure on how they put computers together. He started in his dorm room. See, what I want you to understand is don't be moved by where you're starting. He started in his dorm room and he was broke. He had spent all his money and he got to a point where he had to borrow $1,000. See, sometimes we all have to lean on someone and we all have to persevere. It took him try after try after try. And you might say, Michael, I've tried this thing over and over again, but I want you to understand this principle and get it in your spirit. Consistency impresses me. Consistency impresses me. Consistency and persistency is the sandpaper that sands away any obstacle, any mountain that stands in your path. I'm here to tell you that consistency impresses me, and you speak consistency over your life. So like Michael Dell, he decided that I refuse to lose. And I want you to get that in your spirit. I want you to refuse to lose. I always say this, if you don't have a white chalk line etched around your body, it's a great day. I'm telling you, if you don't have a white chalk line etched around your body, it's a great day. I mean, you need to celebrate because somebody woke up, somebody had plans to wake up this morning, had plans to have a great day, and never woke up. Somebody's in a convalescent home right now, and they can't wash their body, they can't brush their own teeth, they can't clean themselves and take care of themselves. So don't you give yourself any excuse to fail. You done ran out of excuses with Michael Diamond. Okay, excuses is over. It's time for you to realize that today is a great day. I remember when I was doing motivational speaking to thousands in the audience, and I was so broke I couldn't pay attention. I had 2 lint balls in my pocket telling people it's a great day. It's a great day and you can live your dream. And I'll see you in the winner's circle. Had to go in the back and borrow $5 to get home. I'm here to tell you that you got to call those things that be not as though they were. Romans 4:17, even God who quickeneth the dead and calleth those things that be not as though they were. Don't let nobody tell you you're a liar. Don't let your mind tell you a liar. You tell yourself you're a winner and you're unstoppable, you're invincible, and know that I believe in you and that I love you. But I want you to understand, let me go back to the Wright brothers because they failed 1,000 times. Like Kentucky Fried Chicken, it took him 1,102 tries. He said, I'm gonna do this one more time. And I want you to get it in your spirit that this is the time. You're gonna kick that door, and you're gonna bust that door in, and you're gonna be successful and accomplish all your dreams. At 65 years old, broke, ready to commit suicide, suicidal, he said to himself, I'm gonna give it one more try. It took him 1,102 tries before he got his first contract and took flight. Michael Dell, he was busted, broke, frustrated, wrestling with depression, and finally decided I'm gonna borrow $1,000 from my family. Borrowed $1,000 from his family, and that broke the back of his confusion. He dug in like you're digging in. He made a commitment that he's going to be successful, like you're making a commitment that you're going to be successful. And Michael Dell built a multi-billion-dollar corporation known as Dell Enterprises today. Dell Incorporated. Like you like Michael Dell, you like Kentucky Fried Chicken, you are going to up and away and take flight, baby. Let's go back to the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers, it took them 1,000 tries. Like you might be in the midst of turning the corner. You might be like that caterpillar. You're in your cocoon trying to kick your way out, knowing that you are going to become a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly, and soar over your circumstances. The Wright brothers refused to accept failure. Now, one of the things that I like about the Wright brothers, and I need to break this down a little bit because success leaves cookies, success leaves clues. Now, they decided that they would do their attempt at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, on the beach in the sand dunes. And they decided the sand dunes because they realized that when the flight crashed and came down, that they wanted a comfortable condition. They realized that they had to have the right winds coming in from the north. They had to have the east winds. They had to have all the right conditions. Let me ask you this question. What have you assessed the conditions need to be for your success? I want you to understand that there's conditions. Write that down. What are the conditions of my success? What are the circumstances that I need to make my world shine? What are the circumstances that I need to bring out the best success in my life? Because there's circumstances. They didn't just jump off and say one day we're gonna fly. No, they plotted it out like you've got to plot out your success. For you to achieve greatness, and you will achieve greatness. For you to have breakthrough, and you will break through. For you to shatter through your glass ceiling and live your dream. You've got to understand that it's more than just a journey. We hear people say, success is a journey. Yes, success is a journey. Because I can remember when I was sleeping in my car. Success is a journey. But success is a process. Success is a process. It's like cooking grandma's favorite cake. You don't just go get the eggs, you don't just go get the flour and throw it all together. There's a process, and success is very similar. Success is a process. I want you to write that down, and I want you to think about what is your process. So they realized they had to have the winds at 45 miles an hour coming in from the east. They knew that at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, on that mountain, they knew that they would get the right whip, the right lift, and the right wind. What conditions do you need to get the success that you're aspiring to? It took them 1,000 tries, but at 10:35, December 17th, they took flight. They took flight, baby, and I'm trying to tell you, it's time for you to take flight. It's time for you to shatter through your glass ceiling, reach into the lion's mouth, and like the Wright brothers, it's time to take flight. I'm telling you, it's up and away. It's time to take flight, baby. I want you to get that in your spirit to know when people say, well, how you doing today, Karen? I'm taking flight. That's what I know. Desiree, how you doing? It's up and away, baby. I'm taking flight. Mansa Jamil, how you doing? I already took flight. Mansa Jamil, I know you done. Mansa Jamil, I know you saying this is right on the money for me. This is right on the money for me because I'm up and away, baby. I'm taking flight. See, you got to get enthusiastic about it. You know, nobody likes a humbug, worrywart, always complaining type person. People like enthusiasm. They like enthusiastic people. I'll never forget when my son was hit by a car. The car came around. I told that boy, don't you go outside on that skateboard. What did he do? Went outside on the skateboard. We all been hard-headed. You know how it goes. Went down there. I got him some new tennis shoes. You know, don't get a kid new tennis shoes. That boy thought he was faster, just like I did when I was a kid. Give me some new tennis shoes. Malik, you know you thought you was faster when you got new tennis shoes. You get you some new tennis shoes. Woo, you think you can run faster, jump higher? I got that boy some new tennis shoes. He took that skateboard. I told him, don't you take that skateboard outside while I'm gone. Took the skateboard outside. A car came around the corner, hit the corner of the skateboard, busted him in the mouth, and drug him down the street for 1,000 yards. He was under the car screaming and hollering. The blood was everywhere. I'm telling you, it ripped all the skin off his face. They called me while I was at my office. At the time, I was in campaign management, working for the Democratic Party. Don't hate me. But they called me and said, look, we got an emergency phone call for you, Michael Diamond. I said, what happened? They said, look, I don't know. I said, wait a minute. They said, we got an emergency. There's a kid laying out here in the blood. There's a puddle of blood. We got a kid laying out in the blood. And I said, wait a minute. I'm like a Kool-Aid dad. It could be anybody's kid. They said, we don't care if you're a Kool-Aid dad, a Sprite dad, a Coca-Cola dad. I'm trying to tell you, we got a kid out here in a puddle of blood and you need to get here right away. They said, it's your baby. I was crying down that freeway. I busted out of the office, running down the freeway, praying to God, praying, Lord, please don't let my child be a vegetable. I was crying. I was praying. I tell you that story because I was frantic. I mean, thoughts were hitting my mind like a punching bag. I'm telling you, when I got there, there was blood everywhere, blood all in the street. They told me he went to Children's Hospital. I'm living in Oakland, not Smokeland, Oakland. He told me, go down to the Children's Hospital. I run to Children's Hospital. Only when I get there, there's a psychiatrist and 2 sheriffs waiting on me to see my son. When I get out there, I'm sitting there, my mind is blowing like a flag at a high mass at 5 in the evening. I'm stressed, I'm worried. When my son finally came out of the intensive care, when they rolled him by, he was bleeding out of his eyes, his face, all the skin was gone off his face, and he was crying, and he looked at me, and he said, Dad, do you still love me? Do you still love me, Dad? Do you still love me? And I told that boy, I said, I love you. I love you and I'm here for you. And like I told him, I'm telling you, I love you and I'm here for you. In your worst of times, I want you to know that you're going to rise out of the ashes. My son today is successful. I'm telling you, God is good. He's put an angel over that boy and protected him for me. You just keep on praising God and keep calling those things that be not as though they were. And I'm telling you, you will shatter through your glass ceiling. You will reach in the lion's mouth and take what belongs to you. But let's get back to the Wright brothers. Now, the Wright brothers, they failed 1,000 times. They picked the right circumstances and conditions, and they kept telling people from their childhood that we're going to fly one day. I'm here to reinforce in your mind and reinforce to you that if you're going to see it one day, it's because you said it one day. If you're going to live the life that you desire to live, you're going to have to speak the right words at the right time to be effective and super successful in every area of your life. I see you, Karen. You're going to speak the right words at the right time to be effective and super successful in every area of your life. Before I started earning $10,000 a month, I was earning $569.69 every 2 weeks. And I started bullheaded. I started saying, I'm going to earn $10,000 a month so I can give more to my church, so that I can be a blessing to my children, so that I can help my family out. What are you saying about your finances? What are you saying? Are you saying I'm so broke I can't pay attention? Are you saying things just aren't working out? I just don't ever have enough money? You have to remember that your words are titanium. They're real. You've got to be vigilant on your words, and you've got to divorce yourself from negativity. And you've got to remember that you are a compilation of what you are saying. So when I started, it was a year later, I started earning $10,000 a month. And I said, wait a minute, this thing works. I said, you know what? I don't earn less than $20,000. It wasn't long before I was earning $20,000 a month. I said, wait a minute, I'm onto something. I like this thing. Wait a minute, I got 5 on it. I got 5 on it. So I said, wait a minute, hold on. I want to earn $30,000 a month. It wasn't long before I was earning $30,000 a month. My heart was right. I didn't want to earn money so that I could be braggadocious. I wanted to earn more money so that I could live a better lifestyle, so that I could help my children, so that I could live a legacy. The Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children. So I wanted to earn money. I'm a tither, I'm a giver. So I wanted to give more to the kingdom. I wanted to give more to my children. I wanted to give more to my grandchildren. So I aspired to do more. But you have to understand, in order to earn more, you got to do more. It's not about how hard you work, but how smart are you working. At the end of the day, when you come home and kick your shoes off and your feet is just throbbing like the Flintstones, boom, 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 boom. You know, that does not determine how much you're gonna earn, how funky your feet are. You know, that don't say how much you're gonna earn. Be like, ooh, my feet really stink. That means I got money coming. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You don't gauge, okay, my feet is really stinky. That means I'm gonna really earn some good money now. I'm really earning good money. Why? Because I got stinky feet. That does not equate to how much you're going to earn. It's how, Karen, stop laughing. It's how smart you're going to work. What structure do you have? What process are you following? That's what you have to ask yourself, because the success that you are aspiring to, someone has already accomplished it. So you don't have to go to the drawing board and try to figure it out like Einstein. All you have to do is find a process that equates to the success that you want to achieve. Find someone who's achieving the success that you want to achieve and follow that process. Okay, that's what the greats say, and that's what I did. I didn't reinvent the wheel. I didn't go out and cut the cookie wheel and say, I'm gonna make the wheel. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna put the wheel. Oh no, I didn't do all that. I just followed a process. So when you ask yourself, how do I want my kids to respond, and do I want my kids to go to college? There's a process. I want to earn a certain amount of income. There's a process. I want to lose weight. There's a process. The first part of the process is you have to speak it into existence. You have to speak in the current state. You have to speak against, not in the future. Don't say, well, in the future, I want to earn $50,000 a month. No, that violates the philosophy and process of your mind. You have to say, I'm earning $50,000 a month. I earn $50,000 a month. You're gonna say, well, Michael, that's lying. That's lying. No, it goes back to a biblical principle. You're calling those things that be not as though they were. If you ever heard any of the old Southern songs, they say, don't wait till the battle's over, shout now. Let the weak say I'm strong. Let the poor say I'm rich. That's a philosophy and principle of the mind, and that principle works. But let's go back to the Wright brothers. The Wright brothers were noted for 15 years before they took flight. 25 years. They were saying they're gonna fly for 25 years. Can you imagine them coming over to the family reunion? Oh, Mom, please don't invite Wilbert and Orville Wright. Come on, don't invite them. Don't invite them, Mom. Why? Because they're gonna be at the barbecue talking about we're gonna fly one day. We're gonna fly one day. What are you saying at the family barbecue? That one day you're gonna be homeless on Stockton Boulevard smoking crack? No, that's not your affirmation. Your affirmation is, I will be successful. I'm successful now. Everything I touch turns to gold. I've got the Midas touch. You've got to get comfortable calling yourself a genius. The Wright brothers constantly called themselves geniuses. What are you calling yourself? Stupid? I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. You know what? I can be so clumsy. I'm just so stupid. No. You've got to get comfortable calling yourself a genius. You've got to be comfortable calling yourself brilliant. You've got to be comfortable calling yourself a blessing. And you've got to watch yourself when it comes to circumstances. Before I brought you up and away, it's time to take flight, baby. I was under some of the biggest attacks you couldn't even fathom. I had people coming at me that I've done nothing but love on. And I'm telling you, I had chaos trying to come my way. And what did I say? I'm having a great day. I'm having a character building day, but I'm having a great day. Today is a breakthrough day. I decree and declare that today is going to be the best day of my life. You have to understand, you have to be comfortable with declaring positivity and health over your life. People say, Michael Diamond, you are 61 years old. You don't have no belly. You're in shape, this and that, and they just don't know. I've got pain that I have to wrestle with. I've got challenges that come at me, but I want you to understand something. I am a compilation of what I say. I am a symbol of the blessing. I am a representation of the universe. I am a child of the Most High God. I am gifted. I'm brilliant. I'm a genius. I am untouchable. I'm telling you, I got the Midas touch. And people might say, well, Michael Diamond, you are so conceited. I mean, you're a narcissist. Oh my. Society has all these titles, and I believe most of them came from depressed people. I think people that depressed have an issue with you being positive. You know, when people are depressed, they don't want to hear you say things like, I'm a winner. You know, I'm excited about my life. My children are going to do great. My son launched his own trucking agency, and he's doing great. And every day, when we speak, he's like, Dad, you must be praying for me. And I'm like, son, I am. Every day I'm praying for my son. I'm praying for my children. I'm charging angelic angels under them. I'm speaking life over them. I'm telling him, son, you're going to be great. I'm telling him. And my son, who was in the accident and the car hit him and drug him down the street, he didn't have one broken bone. He didn't have one broken bone. I'm here to share with you that an angel reached out to my son and covered him in his wings. And since that day, he tried his best to try to fail. And I kept telling him, son, you're successful. You're a genius. You're going to break through. What are you saying about your children? And what are you saying about yourself? These damn kids, they get on my nerves. I'm telling you, these damn kids, I got to have me a 40 because these damn kids is running me crazy. I'm telling you right now, I got to do right. I'm going to have to smoke something, drink something. I'm going to have to do something because these damn kids going to kill me. They're going to kill me. No, they're not. You got to remember, you got to put a watchman over your mouth. I remember last week I gave you guys an assignment. Get naked and stand in the mirror and love yourself. You got to, I told you, don't do it in front of me, but you got to stand, you got to love yourself. You got to love yourself. Back to the Wright brothers. I see you, Desiree. Back to the Wright brothers. Back to the Wright brothers. 25 years from their childhood, they used to believe that they would fly. 30, 40 years, they kept confessing they're going to fly. What are you confessing over your life? What are you confessing over your life? Or have you been a wimp over your life? Some of us have. I had at one time. And sometimes I have to catch myself. I have to be super vigilant. For years, they kept saying they were going to fly. At 10:35 on December 17th, 1903, they took flight. And I'm here to tell you, up and away, baby, it's time to take flight. If you're in the Philippines, it's time to take flight. You're in Singapore, it's time to take flight. You're in South Korea, worried about North Korea, let North Korea take care of North Korea. It's time for you to take flight. If you're down in Southern California, it's time to take flight. If you're in Michigan, it's time to take flight. New York, South Carolina, DC, Chicago, wherever you are in the world, up and away, it's time to take flight. And you will accomplish that flight by what's coming out of your mouth. There's a fundamental principle as I study successful people, as I study people that have shattered through their glass ceiling, reach into the lion's mouth and took what belongs to them. There's a fundamental principle that I found. Muhammad Ali was notorious for declaring which round he was going to knock people out in. He didn't just say he was going to knock you out. He said, I'm going to knock you out in the 8th. I'm going to take you out in the 8th. Okay, you're crazy, so I'm going to take you out in the 9th. You're silly, I'm going to take you out in the 6th. He would decree and declare his accomplishments. Michael Jordan was noted for saying he utilized the principle of visualization. He would visualize the weight he wanted. He would visualize the success he wanted. He would visualize himself shooting the winning shot, and he would see it, say it, believe it, and receive it. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. He said, I may not get to the other side with you, but I'm at the mountaintop and I can see it. What are you seeing and what are you saying? Colonel Sanders, 65 years old, ready to commit suicide. No money, earning $205 a month, broke, and said, I'm gonna give it one more try. What are you saying? I want you to make this declaration that I'm speaking the right words at the right time to be successful, super successful in every area of my life. I'm speaking the right words at the right time to be effective and super successful in every area of my life. This is one that I decree and declare over my life and my mind. They say that geniuses only use 7 to 10%, and most successful, brilliant people are only using 3% of their brain and their DNA, and they don't even know how to tap into it. Most people have never, ever tapped into the faculties of their brain. This is one I want you to employ. The dormant. 97% of my brain has been activated. I now have full access to the full potential of my brain. The dormant. 97% of my DNA has now been activated. I now have full access to the full potential of my brain. I want you to know that Michael Dell exercised this principle. He could see himself being successful and having a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Michael Dell was up and away, baby, and took flight. What about you? What can you see for yourself? What do you see yourself accomplishing? Who are you accomplishing it with? What weight do you see yourself losing? What income have you decreed and declared that you're going to accomplish? Don't worry about the how. See that I heard this secret in church one time. This old guy came up to my pastor, and the pastor was worried about where the money's gonna come from, this and that. And the old timer said, look, the money is not your responsibility. The money is God's responsibility. Your responsibility is to keep moving forward against all odds, regardless of the circumstances. Your responsibility is to keep moving forward. The children of Israel went in circles for 40 years because they would not move forward. So the question is, are you going in circles or are you moving forward? That's the question. Are you going in circles? Are you doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results? That's why I incorporated the dormant. 97% of my DNA has been activated. I now have full access to the full potential of my DNA and full access to the full potential of my brain. When they discovered the DNA chain, they called it junk DNA because we haven't been able to figure out what the use of the rest of our DNA is. Doesn't mean that it isn't brilliant. It doesn't mean that it has unbelievable capability. We just haven't figured it out. What I'm sharing with you today are fundamental principles of success. And the fundamental principles of success are these 4 dynamics that I'm sharing with you. I want you to see it. I want you to see the weight that you want to be. See it. I want you to see the income that you want to earn. I want you to see the lives you want to impact. Because for me, frankly, it's more than income. It's about the lives. See, part of our mission statement is to reach 1 billion young lives through love, hope, and encouragement. When you visit my website, www.michaeldiamond.us, you'll see on the contact page that our mission is to reach 1 billion young lives through love, hope, and encouragement. So if you're in the Thailand, I love you. If you're in Vietnam, I love you. If you're in Korea, I got love for you. If you're down in South Sacramento, I got love for you. If you're in Silicon Valley, I love you. Wherever you at, I got love for you. And part of our vision is to reach your life through love, hope, and encouragement. And I'm here to encourage you today. I'm here to share with you. I don't care how bad it looks or how bad it is, you're gonna make it. I'm telling you, you are not a compilation of your doctor's report. I would be remiss if I did not share with you that you are more than your doctor's report. You are more than your health report. You are more than your current circumstances. You are a winner, a world international changer. I'm here to tell you that you will shatter through your glass ceiling. So back to the Wright brothers. At 10:35, December 17th, 1903, they took flight. And I'm here to share with you that today, I want you to decree and declare that for the rest of your life, it's up and away, baby. It's time for you to take flight. It's time for you to live the life that you want. It's time for you to redeem time. In my Bible study this morning, in my prayer time, I spent a lot of time with God. In my prayer time, one of the words was Joel 2:25. Joel 2:25. That's a homework assignment if you love God. Joel 2:25 says that the Lord will restore the years the locust has stole. You know, I let the world steal a lot of things from me because I just didn't know any better. I went through a lot of pain. I came from humble beginnings. We had a very, very character building childhood. I mean, I had some tough times. And I'll never forget standing on the streets of San Francisco. I graduated out of high school when I was 16. I was one of those wonder kids. Even though I had challenges, I kept saying to myself, I'm gonna graduate out of high school at 16 like my dad did. You see, I said last week, and I'd be remiss if I didn't correct it, I said you need an idol, and I didn't mean that. That's semantics. I didn't mean you need an idol to worship. I mean you need a role model. You need a hero. You need somebody like Eleanor Roosevelt said. She's one of my heroes, Eleanor Roosevelt. She said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. What dreams do you believe in? You've got to believe in the beauty of your dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt said the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Harriet Tubman said, great dreams come from dreamers. We got to thank God for you. We got to thank God for glorified dreamers. If we didn't have glorified dreamers, we wouldn't have sports. We wouldn't have towering experiences. We wouldn't be going to the moon. We wouldn't have toothpaste. We wouldn't have a toothbrush. I'm telling you, dreamers are what turns things around. Thank God for dreamers. We wouldn't have toilet paper. We got to have dreamers. We got to have dreamers. So keep dreaming, keep dreaming, keep dreaming like the Wright brothers. And the four fundamental principles that launched the Wright brothers is the same four fundamental principles that launched Elon Musk. I was watching him the other night. 4 principles that launched Muhammad Ali, that launched Michael Dell, that launched HP out of their garage. HP, Hewlett Packard, was founded out of the garage in San Jose, and they employed these 4 principles I want to leave you with. I want you to see it. I want you to see your success. I want you to navigate where you want to go. I want you to etch out what you want in life. I want you to etch out what you're believing for. I want you to get a navigation plan. I heard this once before I give you the 4 principles in totality. A guy said, if 2 people got 2 very expensive yachts and they left the port of San Francisco and they were both on their way to Hawaii, one of them had a navigation chart and the other didn't. Who do you think would arrive on time safely? The person with the navigation chart. So you've got to have a navigation chart. It's all about up and away, baby. It's time to take flight, but you've got to put together a navigation chart. And I want to ask you this before I give you the 4 fundamental principles of success. I got to give you this first. You got to deal with your BAP. Okay? In order to be successful, you got to deal with your BAP. It's a great acronym. It sounds great, but you got to deal with your BAP. People ask me, Diamond, what's my BAP? Your big ass problem. Okay? You got to deal with it. Whatever it is. Whatever your big ass problem is, you got to deal with it. You got to deal with your BAP. Karen, stop it. Stop it, Karen. Stop it. Stop it. Be good. You got to deal with your BAP. You got to deal. I see you. I see you. Cyrus, is that you? I see you laughing, woman. I see you. You got to deal. See, you thought I was going to say something very sophisticated, something very articulate, and very, that came out of Silicon Valley. And they used that philosophy to help Michael win with his hotel in Vegas, the Wynn Hotel. And they used that to correct the issues in Vegas. They said in Vegas, we got to deal with our BAP. And that's your big ass problem. Whatever your big ass problem is, deal with it. Deal with it. You know what it is. You cannot eat 2 bags of Lawrence Scudder potato chips and talk about losing weight. You can't at 11:30 eat a big half a pint of ice cream, 2 bags of Lawrence Scudder potatoes and say, you know what, girl, I'm fit to lose weight. Girl, I'm losing weight. I ain't lying. Girl, I'm losing weight. It doesn't work like that. You got to deal with your BAP, your big ass problem. Now, I want to, before I get into the 4 fundamental principles of your success, I want you to understand this. I want you to think about 2 measurable, achievable things that you can do. Just 2 things. Think of 2 things. I want you to write that down. What are the 2 things that I can restructure in my life and bring transformation? Because I'm not into change. Change is like the wind. It goes back and forth. I'm into transformation. When the caterpillar changes from a caterpillar to a butterfly, he never goes back to being a caterpillar. And that's my objective for you. We're never going back to being caterpillars. We're about being butterflies. So I want you to think about that. As you write down, I want you to write down what your BAP is. I want you to write down your BAP. What is my BAP? Write that question down. What is my BAP? What is my big ass problem? What is the one that I keep putting my foot in my mouth? I keep saying what I don't need to say. I keep running my big mouth. You got to figure out what your BAP is and then look at 2 reasonable, rational things that you can make transformation on. Is it getting up 10 minutes earlier and not sleeping in 10 minutes late? Is it eating a little earlier in the evening? Is it taking a walk? Is it putting a watchman over your mouth so that every time you run into something or knock something over, you don't say, I'm so silly, I'm so stupid, Is it critiquing your speech? So I want to leave you with this. You're going to deal with your BAP, your big ass problem, and then you're going to, Karen, you like that one. Don't be saying it at work tomorrow, okay? I'm serious. Okay, Desiree, I see you're going to be telling people, deal with your BAP. You're going to be telling your kids, you got a BAP. So you're going to deal with your BAP. You're going to write down 2 very simple things that you can tweak. Because like I shared with you, and I'm going to do this expeditiously, there was the guy who was a golfer. He was horrible at golfing. So he hired a golf trainer, one of the best in the world, $10,000. The guy told him, hit it out to the right. It went to the left. He told him, hit it to the left. It went to the right. He told him, hit it straight away. It went in the water. So the guy kept saying the whole time, you're doing great. You're doing great. And he's thinking to himself, this guy is this guy is blowing smoke. I hate this guy. I hate him. I hate him. So the guy finally put his arm around him, to summarize the story very quickly, put his arm around him and said, you're doing a great job. And the guy's thinking, I'm paying this guy $10,000. Dude, you better be honest with me. He said, listen, when I told you to hit it straight and it went to the right, he said, give me the iron. He said, you were just a centimeter off. He tweaked it slightly. The ball went soaring down first, soaring down the fairway directly straight. He said, remember when I told you to hit it to the left? You were just a centimeter off. He tweaked it slightly. It went exactly to the left. The guy stood in amazement. He said, remember when I told you to the right and it went in the water? He said, let me show you. He tweaked it slightly and it went exactly where he wanted it to. I want you to adopt that in your spirit, that you're just a centimeter away. You're just a centimeter away. You're not this big ass problem away. You're only a centimeter away. You're only a small tweak. Deal with your BAP. Karen, I heard you say it in your mind. Deal with your BAP. Desiree, I hear you laughing and smiling. Deal with your BAP. Make the 2 reasonable minor adjustments and you will see a tremendous tweak, okay? Deal with your BAP, 2 minor adjustments, and you'll see transformation in your life. So now, the 4 fundamental principles that I studied in Martin Luther King, that I studied in John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy said, we're going to the moon, not because it's easy. And I have a picture of him right there. When I'm at my desk, I'm looking at John F. Kennedy. When I'm at my desk, I'm looking at Martin Luther King. If you can see this behind me, I don't know if you can see this picture behind me. This picture behind me is Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. I keep them with me. I don't know, can you see that behind me? Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. I surround myself with those that have accomplished the things that I aspire to accomplish. Who have you surrounded yourself with? Deal with your BAP. Desiree, deal with your BAP. And don't be trying to be at the club talking about BAP. That's not what I'm talking about. Deal with your BAP. Make 2 minor adjustments, accept that you're only a centimeter off. And remember what Thomas Edison said. You're failing 5,000 times. It took him 10,000 times to create the light bulb. After 5,000 tries, his colleagues came to him and said, Tommy, baby. They probably didn't say it like that. I'm ad-libbing. They probably said, Thomas. Gosh, Thomas. Oh, my goodness, Thomas. But they said, Tom, you failed 5,000 tries. You failed 5,000 times. Thomas Edison said, I didn't fail 5,000 times. I just discovered 5,000 ways that don't work. Remember, perception is the gateway to greatness. And remember that fanaticism is the gateway to the impossible. Be enthusiastic. Be excited about your life. And remember, if you don't have a white chalk line etched out around your body, it's a great day. So be excited and be motivated. Now, as we close, like the Wright brothers, like Michael Dale, like HP, like Muhammad Ali, these are the four fundamental principles. See it. See what you want to accomplish. Envision it. See it. I want you to humor me before we wrap it up. I want you to close your eyes for just a second. If you can hear my voice, I want you to close your eyes for just a second. If you're driving, don't close your eyes, because I ain't paying for no accidents. I ain't playing. Don't be saying Michael Diamond is the one that caused me to run into that cop car. I slammed into the cop car. You sitting the bill of go arrest Michael Diamond. He the one talking about take flight. I ain't taking flight. I just closed my eyes like Michael Diamond said. I want you to close your eyes for a second. And I want you to see yourself at the beach. See yourself at the beach. It's a great day. There's a slight breeze. You can feel the breeze going through your hair. And if you're bald-headed, feel it on your head. I want you to see the breeze. Feel the breeze. And I want you to see the water. Now I want you to see yourself walk out to the water. Put your foot in the water and feel yourself go, ooh, it's cold. Ooh, it's cold. Now open your eyes. Open your eyes. If you had that experience with me, raise your hand. If you had that experience, raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay. That's how success is. You got to see it. You got to see yourself losing weight. Don't look in the mirror and say, you know, I can't stand this big old stomach. I got a butt the big as the size of Atlanta. I don't like my ears. Most people don't like their nose, toes, ears and hips. They don't like their nose, toes, hips, or lips. So you've got to see it. You've got to see it. And then you have to have the titanium courage to say it. Like Muhammad Ali, I'm taking you out in the 8th. Martin Luther King, we will see the other side. I have a dream. You have to say it. You have to say it. You have to say it. Michael, I'm not used to that. That may be your BAP. That might be your big ass problem that you ain't saying it. You got to see it and say it. Then you got to believe it. You got to get it down in your spirit. When I was in the choir, they used to say, like, I said, we done sung this song 50 times and we ain't even sang it yet. They're like, because you got to get it down in your spirit, Michael. You got to get that song down in your spirit. So when you sing it, oh, the Lion, oh my, of Judah, yes, shall break every chain. You got to get that song. You got to get your success. You got to get it in your spirit. You got to get that in your spirit. You got to, I mean that, you got to see it. You got to say it. And then you got to believe it. And the way you believe it, it's like they call the great lie. Anything you tell or say enough, you begin to believe it. So you got to see it, say it, believe it, and it will manifest before your eyes. See it, say it, believe it, receive it. Deal with your big AP. Deal with your BAP. Karen, deal with your BAP. Desiree, deal with your BAP. All right. Cyrus, deal with BAP. Your big ass problem. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Deal with your BAP. That's what they told Michael Wynn. That's what Michael Dell had to do. That's what Hewlett Packard had to do. Every successful person has a BAP. Figure yours out, deal with it, and then make 2 minor changes and adopt the philosophy that wherever you are, you're only a centimeter away. I'm here to tell you, you are not your circumstances. I'm here to tell you that you got greatness in you. I'm here to tell you that you are a world overcomer, that you got titanium in your blood. I'm here to tell you that you're unstoppable, that you're invincible, that you are a winner. It's time for you to speak to your circumstances. It's time for you to see it, say it, believe it, and receive it. It's time for you, Malik, this is for you. It's time for you to reach into the lion's mouth, take what belongs to you. It's time for you to shatter through your glass ceiling, reach in the lion's mouth, and take what belongs to you. My name is Michael Diamond. I'm president of International Training Company. I'm enlisting, encouraging you to help us reach 1 billion young lives through love, hope, and encouragement. I want you to understand that you are a way maker, a miracle in the process. Understand that enthusiasm. Remember, consistency and persistency is the sandpaper that'll sand away any obstacle in your path. It's time for you to remember that consistency is what impresses me. Speak your reality into existence, create your world, speak to your world, and I'll see you in the winner circle. Help us reach 1 billion young lives. Again, my name is Michael Diamond, and this one is up and away, baby. It's time to take flight.
Up and away.
Hey, unmute. Up and away, baby.
Up and away.
I want to hear it.
Up and away.
Up and away.
Up and away, baby. Up and away. It's time to take flight.
Up and away.
Time to
Up
take
and away,
flight.
baby.
All right.
Up and away.
AI Global Legends.
Up and away, baby. It's time to take
Up and
flight.
away.
Can I open my eyes?
Peace and blessings.
Jay.
Peace and blessings,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Give him a chance to give a
Superman